Good morning, everybody. We're back with Swedish tanks, or more appropriately, Swedish tank destroyers. Today, this is the 1.7 battle rating IKV-72, or Infanterikanonvagn 72. It is a 75mm gun. This would be the second one for whatever year it was introduced. That's something that I learned about the Swedish designations. So you can see 75mm cannon M41 with 42 rounds of ammo. We'll figure out exactly how much we're going to take with us after probably about half. It's generally roughly half is what I take for most battles. It's a 1.7 battle rating tank destroyer. It falls under one of the two tank destroyer lines in the Swedish Army tech tree here. You've got tank destroyers over here and tank destroyers over here. So it makes sense. I mean, Sweden's primary concern for most of the last century, at least the latter half of the last century, would have been invasion by the Soviet Union. So tank destroyers being able to face oncoming waves and waves and waves of Soviet armor probably would have been one of their main concerns. So you kind of see that throughout most of their tank tree here. So back to it. One thing that I thought was neat looking over it before I started doing this video, I kind of like a couple aspects of the design here. Now, it's open top, so I don't particularly like that part. I mean, it's, you know, it's understandable and it's normal for tank destroyers like this to be open top. I just don't like it because it's the obvious most big weakness for the thing. Besides, you know, if you lose the engine, you're done because there's no turret. But the thing that I like about it is this perforated heat shield here. So obviously the gunner is going to be on this side. There's the gun sights and the periscope and everything. And this heat shield, it's perforated so it'll allow heat to come out of there and smoke and fumes and not get built up under this thing. But it keeps the gunner from actually touching or sticking their arm into the gun action zone there, or their sleeve getting caught, as is a problem on some of the Soviet tanks with MBTs with autoloaders. So you can see on this side, there's the breech rotated to the left, and it's open here. So the loader has access to the breech to reload, obviously. So what the loader would have to do would be to take the shell, point the front end of the shell into the breech there, slick it in and slam it in there, slam it home, drop the breech block in, then it's ready to fire. That's pretty neat. So you've got the driver here, the gunner and the commander will be over here, the driver's here in the front, and then the loader would be back over here. So there's your four crew: driver, loader, gunner, commander. So the only thing is that it's going to be slightly difficult to be if someone gets, you know, knocked unconscious in this game. I mean, you're all in the same compartment, so either, you know, the loader takes over for the driver or the commander takes over for either the loader or the driver, either way. But it's going to be slightly difficult, I think, because they're going to have to duck under and slide under here. So speaking in realism, so to speak, it would be slightly impractical. Although they do have the open underneath the gun breech and recoil mechanism space where they could crawl under and get to the other side. So it's not impossible. It just seems like it's going to be difficult to do that in combat, and you would expect it to take a slight amount of time if the commander had to duck under and take over for either the loader or the driver. But that's not something that's actually going to be specifically modeled into the game. So let's look at the protection. You may expect there isn't going to be too much, and while there isn't, the slope angles are actually pretty good for 1.7. This probably will actually survive a few hits to the front, though it won't be too hard for things to get around and flank you and hit you in the side armor where there is effectively not much armor at all. And then, of course, as I mentioned earlier, you've got the vulnerability of getting strafed from above, which is definitely going to happen. As far as the X-ray, there's our boys now. Got some ammo storage over here for the loader, and then some more ammo storage over here that the commander can pass across to the loader for reloading and replenishing the first stage ammo racks there in a combat situation, or, you know, preferably outside of combat when they're reloading. And there you go. We've got the radiator here, so it's going to be sucking a lot of cold air down in through the open top crew compartment, but it'll keep the engine cooled off. There's all the mechanisms and the fuel tanks and the transmission in the back. Maximum forward speed is 35 miles an hour. That's not bad. Maximum reverse speed is 7 miles an hour, and that's Meh, it's 1 speed in reverse. It's better than, 2 or 4 miles an hour, but it's not great. But there you go. Take a peek at the modifications quick, then we'll look at the camouflages and we'll get it into a battle. So, you start out with the slippery M40 shell. That's a joke. It just looks like it says slippery. That's a regular, straight, solid shot, armor-piercing shell, and you get an HE shell that might actually be useful to bring. I'll probably bring about 5 of those, I think. Then you also can get a smoke shell in Tier 2. You can get an APHE shell in Tier 3, and then in Tier 4 you can get an APBC shell. So, not bad. Not bad for the loadouts here. Your penetration goes all the way up to 85 millimeters at 10 meters point-blank distance with 0-degree armor slope, and that's an upgrade from 85. Although, at that point, you've got a better chance of actually getting through different kinds of armor. So there you go. And then the rest of the standard modifications, as with pretty much any ground vehicle in this game. So let's take a look at the camouflages real quick like. We've got tricolor wavy. Yeah, pretty standard. That's the same as the SAV. And it is good for 35 kills, so we definitely won't be buying that. Bicolor winter is good for 50 kills. We won't be buying that. And unicolor winter is purchasable. So we could buy that right off the bat, but I'm not going to. We'll just get our 50 kills because it shouldn't take too long to get a ×2 multiplier for RB. 25 kills and we'll have the 2 unlockable camouflages, so it shouldn't be too difficult. All right, let's get after those 25 kills. Well, I have almost no experience with this map, so I'm gonna try to go to A. I brought 25 total rounds of ammunition because when I looked, the ammo racks on each side have 24 rounds, so I'm hoping when I check the X-ray here in just a moment after I get driving, that we'll have one full side ammo rack and the other one will be empty. That was the idea with the number of ammo that I brought. But let's take a look. Nope. No. That didn't work at all the way it was supposed to work. Okay. That's cool. See him there. Didn't quite get the shot I wanted there. Well, that's a slight issue. There we go. That's a pretty good hit. Gonna hold here. Nice. Where's the other one? Alright, I think that's a friendly over there that I'm hearing, but I'm gonna scoot through here and see if I can't get around. Yep, AS-42 just took out our guy. Well, our M22 got taken out by the other guy that I hit. That's unfortunate. Alright, where's the AS-42? Okay. Well, since I had no warning. That's why you click on the map after you get killed. Yeah, not the best debut. But we'll get used to it. I did actually get an assist on the Panzer III that I hit, so there's that, I guess. That finished parts. Let's see what else we did. Okay, we finished parts. We didn't quite get enough for FPE, but at least we got parts with the assist that we got, so that's good. Well, I've had some pretty good battles on this map with my Swedes so far. Let's see if we can keep that up. We got the best spawn possible. Nobody blocking us, and we didn't have to drive around the fence or steer or anything. That's nice. A straight shot right into A. Biggest danger here is just going to be not getting artillery. Get that shell back real quick, because you reload them pretty fast here, so. Alright, so I brought 25 rounds of ammo. So you can see, I was hoping that the ammo would all be on one side or the other, but there are 24 rounds of ammo there plus the one in the breech. So that's how it breaks out with 25 rounds. Okay, what do we got? Germany, Japan, Italy. Somebody's close. They're coming. Somebody's close by here. Well, that's a driver down. Oh my god, gun elevation. Gun elevation's terrible. So yeah, the frontal armor is pretty much useless. Did get, I believe, an assist there. No, I didn't. Okay, well, we unlocked a new vehicle. Should be fun to drive when we get to it, but that's for a different video. Yeah, that just enough to get FP. I don't expect we got too much else, though. All right, let's go with Boy, the elevation was awfully terrible. We'll take suspension, then we'll take the elevation because that elevation was bad. And then we'll go for the APHE round. Alright. Alright. This map should lend itself a little better to the tank destroyer style play, hopefully. A little bit longer range, get into an ambush position, and wait for somebody to drive into my shooting lane. I hope. So far, it hasn't been that great. Oh, he goes right through and doesn't do anything. Man, that smoke did not want to clear. It's a race, it's a race, it's a race. We somehow won. I know there's somebody off to the left, but if I start moving, the gun is going to go way out of whack, and we're better off just waiting for them to come to us. The zoom differential is actually pretty good. For something this low tier in this, you know, era of design and technology, it's not bad. Alright, I just saw the guy go scooting off over there, so ooh, that's not good. Yike. We definitely got a little speedy boy to worry about who ran off towards B over here. See if we can find him. I saw him. I saw the M2 or M3 style turret zipping off over here. Well, that's a pain in the ass, isn't it? Oh my god. I'm not even mad about that, it's just unfortunate. It's a battle we shouldn't have lost right there. We had overwhelming number of tanks and our guys were all just camping in corners and not going after the capture points. Oh well. Had myself a run in the FM 4344 though. That was actually pretty funny. But that's not what we're here for. So let's see how we did with, we got the APHE. That's good because I really want to start using that. Okay, we'll also take the APC-BC round so we can use them both. And we'll take halfway to engine. Actually, you know what? Crew replenishment seems like a better idea. Okay, we have rearmed with both new types of ammo, so let's go see if we can't go do something useful with them. I figure 10 rounds apiece is alright. We'll see if we can't get some work done with the APHE, preferably. And then if we run into... Really what I should do is put the AP-BC as my first shell, but because of the way that you unlock them in order, realistically speaking, you probably will get the APHE before you'll get the AP-BC round, so I figure we'll demonstrate the APHE round first. Then we'll move nice hitbox and nice physics reaction, stopping my tank with a side scrape on the back fender. Yep. Seems legit. Enemy team is capturing Leaf A Rickson Point. Hinga dinga durgan, we cannot allow that to stand. We almost got there. But not quite. Alright. Where did my shell go? Where did my shell even go? You can't tell me it didn't carry right through that mailbox and hit that 140/1. There is no way that didn't hit. Alright, well, we won. So there's that. For all the good it's going to do for my IKV, but we won. Well, we got crew replenishment anyway. Alright, let's see what we got there. Okay, filters is good. Very nice. And we'll go with engine, because we're having a little trouble getting places where the team is, but alright. One more battle. Alright, let's see if we can do something useful here. Go if you're going. Go if you're going. Alright. Okay, can't break through that. Fair enough. The smoke will just clear. Glorious. I think we got him, boys. Yes, I saw the one in the background, but I wasn't going to be reloaded in time to shoot him, unfortunately. Let's see if we can... Yes. Yes, we can. So we got one back here somewhere. Got a little bit of speed going now. Blew it all away as soon as I turned, but we had some speed going. Alright, let's get a little bit of our APHE ammo back, say at least 2 rounds. Really? 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 My 75 mil to his face doesn't. Amazing. Amazing. Look at this. 2 teammates on either side of me. Alright, well, we got the engine. Okay, we got the engine, we got enough for the transmission. That's a nice little bit. We'll take the tracks, because those are sorely needed. We'll take the horizontal. We'll take the adjustment of fire. We'll take the smoke shells. And we will just barely not spade it out. Not too bad. So, you may notice, the more astute among you, that this is a replay. That's because I just finished playing this battle, and at the end of it, I hit end recording instead of save recording, which was, my bad. But anyway, so, I'm going to speed this up because, as you can see, I was the only player who went this way, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Most of our team stayed home to defend, and that's all totally good. I went scooting way out ahead to try and actually my plan was just to get to this bridge and stop them from crossing it. And then I was moving so fast coming down here and there were no enemies that I thought, what the heck, we'll just keep going and see how far we can get. So, speeding up here and coming around the corner, the thing was darn near spaded and it was actually moving really well, which was nice to see. So I made some pretty good time actually. Now you can see through the magic of the replay system that there's a 150 derp gun in front of me. I saw him right there. And I'm just trying to get up over the top of the hill here. First shot. Now watch the damage thing if it shows it. It hit and went down his barrel, but it didn't explode or detonate his shell in his in the breach. Whatever. My next shot took out his gunner, and then this following shot actually takes out his driver. So then I was able to advance on him. I had switched up my ammo to have the APDC rounds first, because I figured on encountering people, you know, head on. I switched over to the APHE after killing this guy, because I was planning on getting a side shot into him with the APHE and killing him. And then, since he was knocked out, I figured, well, I better see what else is up here before I push into the A point. Speed it up a little bit, because I didn't actually encounter anything right away. You can see an enemy tank right there that I didn't see or hear. And then coming up over here, I'm looking for anything down near the capture point. I can see all those guys marked on the map up where my teammates are, up there to just under where the mission timer is. So I swing the gun over there, take a peek. You'll be able to just barely kind of see the roof of that Panzer IIIE, and I decided not to risk a shot from that distance, because I was most likely just going to give up my position here, and the likelihood of enemies seeing me was pretty high. Now, I heard those guys shooting, but I couldn't see where they were or anything, so I just went back to watching out in front there. I didn't realize I had that on half speed, sorry. And then moving up over here, take a peek down to see if anybody's down near their cap, and then coming forward here, you'll see a Flak Panzer 38 Gepard. I get a good aim point on him, and aimed way over the top of that rock, and the hitbox on the rock detonates the shell, so glorious. That cost me a chance at killing the Gepard, because by the time I can get my gun up and settled here, he's clear behind the rock, and then he gets into the area behind the capture point. So I waited for a moment for him to come out. He doesn't. He's just parked in there and goes around the long way to get behind into defend their capture point. And we got somebody who just shot over here to my left, right there. You can see it's a Chiha here, but all I could see was somebody had shot. So I go looking in after him. I'm trying to advance on him and take him out before I push in and decap their capture point. Because I'm really the only thing that's got a decent chance of doing this. I don't know what hit that palm tree, if it was a shot on somebody or artillery or what. But moving in here. Coming around the corner. I think he shoots again. Nope, he doesn't yet, but there. Okay, we'll pull up and we can see him. Now I can see where he is through these bushes, and I figure he's not expecting contact this close. Get a shot that knocks out his transmission, raise the gun just a little bit higher. He can't really move, and the next shot is a good shot that goes through and kills him. So we turn around and we're heading back in to go after the capture point, and that's when I see that guy up there in the M1542. My gun rotation, the limit of my gun traverse cost me from killing him right there, which came back to naturally haunt me. No foreshadowing there or anything. Speed this up a little bit. Scooting up to get after him, you can see him blasting away. Now, as you can also see, there's two of them there, which I, of course, couldn't tell. I only saw the one. I see him backing up. I get into position to wait for him to reveal himself. And, yeah. Got the Panzer IV, or the Panzer IIIe, but couldn't get a shot in on the M15. And right as I'm trying to back away, he hits my gunner, of course. Waiting for the gunner to switch out, waiting for the gunner to switch out. The gunner is about 80% switched out. 85, 90, 95! And he kills us. The gunner swap out. Like I said at the beginning in the opening preview of the vehicle. So, just had the best battle I've had in this thing, and I hit end recording instead of save recording, because I just hit the wrong button. So, yeah, that was pretty awesome. So I'm gonna go redo it from a recording, so you guys, from a replay, so you guys can see how it actually went. But after that, let's get to final thoughts, because that's the spaded out vehicle, and we also unlock the meh tank. There we go. Faded out. So she's done. So let's get some closing thoughts. Well, there you have it, guys. The Infanterikanonvagn 72, 75mm, 1.7 battle rating tank destroyer for Sweden. I thought I was going to have a little more fun with it than I did, although I did have a couple battles. A couple decent battles. The first few battles were a little rough there. Not much doing with the frontal armor, which is supposed to be the best armor. I mean, not meant to be taking hits, of course, but anyway, the upgraded ammo was pretty good, although I was a bit disappointed with the, for instance, the APHE hitting that PZ-35 or PZ-38 right in the face of the turret and having it just kind of go meh off of it. That's a flat-faced front turret, but, you know. The other shot that went into the 150 mil Sturm Panzer and going down the barrel and not doing anything. Like, okay, a little bit of a letdown there. But other than that, once you get some mobility engine upgrades and stuff on the thing, it actually gets better. And I mean, if I'd put bushes on this thing, I would have been doing much better with being able to be sneaky and hiding and stuff. And I'll probably do that in the future. I just don't really figure too much on playing this thing much more. Really, it's kind of a, this is going to be like a one video and done vehicle for me, I think. But you should be able to have some fun with it at 1.7. And one thing I will say is it would potentially be a good memeing vehicle for taking the top tier. With the 75 mil APHE round, if you got a shot into the side of an Abrams or a Leopard or, you know, a Challenger or something, you'd probably detonate it. Although I wouldn't recommend it. The odds of a successful memeing are probably not in your favor. But that's pretty much all there is. Surprisingly, I really didn't get killed by strafing from above. That's something I expected to happen. I still would expect that to happen. It just surprisingly didn't happen to me here. But there you have it, the IKV-72. I hope you have better luck than I did with it, though I did have some good battles. It was a little bit of a rough start. Good luck to all of you, grinding yours out. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, everyone.